Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA picks for Monday, February 26th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. And please make sure and click the like button on this video as it really helps us out. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. So, hey, we've been on fire since coming back from the All-Star break. Things are going very well for the money team. If you haven't joined, you're missing out. You might as well join now. Start winning with us. Like I said, we've been absolutely crushing it. If you want to see for yourself, visit our social media accounts at RotoBeast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out the results for yourself. And hey, let's get started. We got a 10-game slate. There's a couple games that I'm really liking on this slate, and then I'll probably just kind of pick around through the other games and see what kind of good spots I can find. First, we got Phoenix going into New Orleans to face the Pelicans. This game has a 231.5 implied total. New Orleans is favored by 7. Then we got Golden State going into New York to face the Knicks. This game has a 230 implied total. Golden State's favored by 12. Then you got the Lakers going into Atlanta to face the Hawks. This game has a 223.5 implied total. Atlanta's favored by 2.5. And then you got Orlando going into OKC to face the Thunder. This game has a 220.5 implied total, and OKC is favored by 10. So yeah, those are the games. Those 4 games I'm really liking. And then, like I said, I'll kind of jump around and pick out some good spots that I'm liking. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the games. So we'll just jump into our picks, trying to get this video done for you quick and easy. We'll start with Russell Westbrook. Up-tempo game going against Orlando. This is a very good matchup for him. He's going to start off the game going against DJ Augustine. He's kind of pretty small guy. Westbrook's just going to bully him. Price tag is up. You need 60 for him to hit value, but he's averaging 54 on the season. I definitely think he can get you there in this matchup against Orlando. Then we got Curry going against the Knicks. I like Curry in this spot. The price is fair. He's been playing very well the past couple games. Thing about Curry, though, is I think that the Golden State Warriors are just going to absolutely crush the Knicks and probably not to get that fourth quarter time. But if they do, then that would be a benefit for Curry. But either way, I think he can get there before the blowout occurs. People are going to have to score in order for them to blow out anyways. So I do like Curry going into Madison Square Garden. Then I like Kyle Lowry going against Detroit. Ish Smith's not a very good defender. Lowry, he's just solid. For him to hit value, you need about 42. He's averaging 35 on the season. I know the past couple games, actually, so we got what? 1 game, since the All-Star break. He got 35 fantasy points. He's gonna play the minutes. Him and DeRozan, they both really need to do a lot of work for this team to be good. He's one of the hearts of the team. So I definitely like Lowry. Then we got Peyton going against New Orleans, getting Rondo defense. Since going over to Phoenix, he's been playing very well. He's getting the minutes that he should have got. When he was in Orlando. So I'm liking Peyton. I think he's a really good play. I think he's more of a GPP play, but nonetheless a very solid play. And then you got Rondo. He's been playing very well. He definitely has upside coming off a 44 fantasy point game. 35 minutes. Thing about him is his minutes have been up and down this season, but he's a guy that we know could definitely fill up the stat sheet. Very fair price, up tempo game. Going against the Suns, going against Alfred Payton defense, who doesn't play very good defense. I think Rondo's in a really good spot. I also like Dennis Smith. His price tag is actually down a little bit in an up-tempo game going against Indiana. This is a really good spot for him. Last game going against Utah, the team just didn't have a good game in general, so he only played 23 minutes. But we've seen he's been back up. He's playing 30 minutes a game right now. He's one of their best players. The coach knows that, so he's playing him. So I definitely think that Smith is in a good spot. Shooting guard, we got Harden. It's not the best matchup against Utah, but Harden's the best shooting guard in the league. Anytime he's on the slate, I definitely got to mention him. So I like James Harden. Oladipo, he's a guy. I mean, he does work. He does it over and over. I don't like the matchup against Dallas. Um, I think he's a GPP play. He's somebody I'm not really going to be looking at, but somebody you just definitely got to consider because he's been putting in a lot of work. Holiday, somebody I'm really liking. The guy's been playing very, very well. No Boogie Cousins. He's picking it up. He's got you at least 49 fantasy points in 4 straight games, playing tons of minutes, scoring the ball well, scored at least 21 points in, 5 straight games, and 6 of the past 7. Price tag is up, but this is a great matchup, up-tempo game against the Suns. For him to hit value, you need about 43, averaging 37 on the season. Got you 49 in 4 straight games. Definitely consider Holiday. Then we can look at DeRozan. The price tag is just very fair. Going against Detroit, a mediocre pace team. He's going to play the minutes. We know that. Coming off a 50 fantasy point game against Milwaukee, I definitely think that DeRozan is a really, really good play. Then we're going to go to Russell. I think he's more of a GPP play, but price tag's fair. You need 36 for him to hit value. The past couple of games, he's got you 31, 34, a 26, and 37. He's actually in the starting lineup now. He's going to get back to playing 32 to 34 minutes a game. He's a guy earlier in the year. He was putting up massive numbers. So I think D'Angelo Russell is definitely a solid GPP play. You got Wiggins. They're going to need his scoring now that Butler's out. He's going to have to pick it up. The past 2 games, he's got you at least 21 actual scoring points. He does a little bit, in the other stats. He is more scoring dependent. But with Butler out, like I said, they're going to need him. For him to hit value, you need about 34. I definitely think he could get there for you. He's averaging 29 on the season. So definitely take a look at Wiggins. You got Clay. For me, he's just a GPP play, just because he's been very up and down, and he hasn't really been filling up the stat sheet lately. So like I said, strictly GPP, but he's a guy who can score 30 points in one game. The price tag is fair. You need 32 for him to hit value. He's averaging 30 on the season. So GPP wise, I like Clay. Small forward, start with Kevin Durant. Going against New York, like I said, I think this game is going to be a blowout. All the Warriors are kind of risky. But Kevin Durant is GPP for me just because, you need 51 for him to hit value, and he's got, 50 plus in one time in how many games? So, they just have too many mouths to feed that they really all don't get, monster fantasy point games, but they still get theirs overall. But, for fantasy wise, we do need that 5 times value. Paul George, price is down a little bit. Going against Magic's very up-tempo game. I think this is a really, really good spot for Paul George. I'm really liking him in this spot. Coming off a game against Golden State, he was like 1 for 16 or something. But he's a really good player. He's one of the top players in the league. He's gonna bounce back. Going against Orlando in an up and down, run and gun game. It's a great spot for him. And I'm liking Paul George. Ingram. He's been running some point guard. He's playing the minutes, filling up the stat sheet. For him to hit value, you need 35. He's averaging 30 on the season. I just think that he's a really good play going against the Hawks. Hawks, they're a pretty fast-paced team as well. They don't play very much defense, especially if he's playing point guard and Schroeder's guarding him. He's no match for Ingram. So I'm really liking Ingram in this spot. Then we got Warren. Up-tempo game against New Orleans. Going to be back and forth. A lot of points scored. They need his scoring. For him to hit value, you need 32. He's averaging 31 on the season. He's got you 36 and 43 in the past 2 games. Like I said, we know that his minutes are going to be there. They definitely play him his minutes. Warren's in a really good spot. Then we got Beasley going against Golden State. Thing is, man, just play the guy minutes. He was playing, mid 30 minutes, and then the past couple games they've only given him 22 and 28. He's still got 27 fantasy points, but he's a guy, if they're going to give him 35 to 37 minutes, he's going to score high 30s, low 40s. Crush just value. It's just all about if they're going to give him the minutes. So I'm liking Beasley at small forward. Power forward, Draymond going against New York. 40 for him to hit value, averaging 37 on the season. You got to watch out. He got a technical the other day, and I don't know if he's going to be suspended or what's going on with that. But if he's definitely playing, I definitely think he's in a soft spot against New York. Then you got Blake. I mean, the price tag is just there. You need 40 for him to hit value. He's averaging 40 overall in the season. Going against Toronto. Um, I mean, he's struggling a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, he's still scoring. He's got you 17, 20 actual scoring points per pass. He's just not getting the extra stats that we need for him to really fill up the stat sheet. He's got you 40 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one time in 6 games. But I mean, it's Blake Griffin. He's a baller. We know he can fill up the stat sheet. So I like him. Then we got Thaddeus Young. He's playing very well, going against Dallas. He's been on a streak. He's been hot. He's got you. The price tag is up as well for him to hit value. You need about 34, averaging 27 on the season. Coming off a really good game against the Hawks, you can't expect 5 steals again, which really got his fantasy points up there. But I mean, I think definitely he can get you. 32 to 34, something manageable. With upside. You got Taj Gibson, Mr. Reliable, who's going to play massive minutes, especially if the game stays close. For him to hit value, you need about 32, averaging 27 on season. One thing I will note is his price tag's actually up a little bit, which I'm kind of like, about. But, I mean, he's consistent, someone that you look at for your cash games. It's kind of a shallow position, in my opinion. You got Favors going against Houston, up tempo game. He's been playing very well. I like Favors. I think he's in a solid spot right here, especially if he's going to be going against Brian Anderson, who can match up against them. The Favors going to definitely put in work. The minutes have actually been trending up, which I definitely like. So Favors, solid play. Collins against the Lakers is probably going to be chalk. He's going to start again, play 30 minutes. He's going to fill up the stat sheet. For him to hit value, you need 28. He's a guy I pretty much think you got to just lock in. I'm going to go ahead and put him in there in my core. Last guy I'm going to talk about at power forward, Carmelo. I mean, I know he's been having a couple tough games, but I mean, he's not doing nothing horrible. For him to hit value, you're going to need about 27, 28. He's averaging 29 on the season. If you need a 27 or 28 on any of these, it's not really going to hurt you. He's consistent. The price tag's down. I definitely think it's a great spot for Carmelo. Finish off with center Anthony Davis coming off a monster game. I'm sorry, 2 games ago, a monster game. He's had at least 81 fantasy point game in 3 of the past, what, 6? I mean, the guy's playing well. He's killing it with DeMarcus Cousins being out. Probably him. Well, there's a couple guys that have really high upside on this slate, but he's definitely one of the highest upside players on the slate. Then you got Towns going against Sacramento, 10,000. You need 50 for him to hit value. Averaging 43 on the season. I mean, you think he's more of a GPP play, but he's a solid player. Then we got Randall. I mean, he's playing very well going against Atlanta. Very good matchup for him. He's got you at least 42 fantasy points in 3 straight games. For him to hit value, you're going to need about 37, 38. I definitely think he can get there. Adams. I love centers against Magics. Vucevic is a solid offensive player, but he's not a very good defensive player. Adams is coming off a few really strong games. He does a little bit of everything, fills up the stat sheet, plays his minutes. For him to hit value, you're going to need about 37. He's averaging 32 on the season. But like I said, got you 38 or more in 2 straight games in 3 of the past 4. Adams, I really like him. Last guy, Alex Lynn. Going against New Orleans. They're going to need him to put some defense on Davis, so he definitely can get in foul trouble. But 3 straight games, I mean, he's got you 46, 37, 33. The price tag is still very low on him. I think he's just a chalk play at center. I'm going to go ahead and add him. So before I finish this out, make sure that you already click that subscribe button on the video. Make sure and click that like button if you haven't to help me out. I'm going to go ahead and fill out my core And then tomorrow, if I have any adjustments, I'll definitely put it in the comment section. You want to talk about a player that I didn't talk about, make sure and comment below, and I'll give you my opinion on that person. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let me go ahead and fill out this core. So this is something I'm really liking. You got Westbrook, Holiday, Warren, Collins, Allen, Alex Lynn. 5,500 is not bad. If we can find one really good value play for cheap, then we can fill this roster out rest with really good players. But yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I was yawning a little bit. Had a long day today. But hey, I'll be back at it tomorrow. Hopefully this helps you out. Let's make some money. Hit me with a comment below with any questions, and I'll talk to you later.